Yeah, yeah. Hey, welcome back to the BTTN. Beast that thing. You know what it is. You know what we do. We get dubs. We put money in our pocket. We're all about that loot. Getting that big old booty. Put two double D's up on that thing. Dynasty deity. Because I am a king. Most of my leagues. Deserving of fealty, respect, and worship. Go down, bow down to one knee, kiss the ring. Kiss the ring, please. First in the pudding, we're a championship. Uh, what are we supposed to finish? 122 on the big board, underdog, best ball two. You know, we're doing big things. But here we're going to talk about one of my dynasty leagues. Only in three. Only been doing it for 2 years. Young pup, rookie guess. Been to three Super Bowls. 1-2. This one was a startup. Just this two of them were a startup in 2024. One was a startup in 2023. The one in 2023, I just did a video on. I went to back-to-back Super Bowls. Won this past season. And both of my startups this year, the 2024 season, well, didn't make the playoffs and won. Kind of realized I was kind of out of the playoffs and kind of pivoted to try to tank. However, that league has most possible points, so you really can't tank unless you just get rid of everyone. Can't just bench your starters and shit. You basically have to strip your roster, and I'm not into that. I had a really good roster. I'll do a video on that one too after this, but we're gonna focus on this one right now. The path to power. So we're gonna go with the scoring and everything first. This one has a lot of weird scoring. You have first downs and stuff. It's 6-point passing touchdowns too. Oh, I have passing touchdowns. I guess I cut off the passing touchdowns for whatever reason. It's 6-point passing touchdown this league. You get half a point for first downs. -3 for interceptions. 0.2 points per completion. -0.1 per incompletion. You get big bonus plays. It's a 0.75 PPR, but tight ends get a 1.25 or 1.3, I guess. So it's 2 PPR for tight ends. Huge tight end premium. So yeah. Oh, here we go. We got a second scoring two. So you also get like big game bonuses. A lot of bonuses in this league. So I had a different approach on this. On this league, I typically fade QB, but it is a start nine. It's a start nine. I didn't go over the roster. It's a start nine. 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 QB, 1 tight end, 2 flex, and a super flex. There's also a kicker. So, but we don't have kickers. Huge roster, by the way, too. Like 10 taxi, and the taxi was just less than 3 years experience, and you could move them in and out. It wasn't locked. So taxi was really like extra roster spots, honestly. I found this on League Say. Well, I found it on Sleeper. I was looking for random leagues. I didn't want to keep playing with my family. I wanted to challenge myself. I do that a lot. Like I played the 250 leagues on Yahoo and redraft. I've been doing that for like the last 5 years. It's a bigger purse. I don't have to find people to be in leagues with. They're there. It's really hard to collude. Kind of, at least on Yahoo. On this, I'm hoping that they don't know each other, and I think like 4 of them know each other in this one, but there's still a lot of people that weren't part of it. There was some shady stuff that happened though. There's some things that was in the league description that were supposed to be a certain way. They ended up not being. Like it was supposed to be a 3rd round reversal in the startup. I ended up with like the 11th pick. I'm like, oh, I love that. That's exactly what I wanted. A 3rd round reversal. It's not a 3rd round reversal. They supposedly did that though before they did the pick. I wasn't really in that chat too much, but I did go back and look at some of the chat. Also, like the winner was supposed to get like a 113 pick or something. He's supposed to get Or no, I think he was supposed to get a first Devi pick. He's supposed to be able to pick first overall, but Devi. So he could pick anyone in college that, or so, I don't know. There was supposed to be something like that, which I thought was cool too. I didn't know I was going to win. I thought it was cool even before I won. But yeah, that ended up getting debunked too, which that happened way before too. Everyone's supposed to be paid before the draft. Everyone wasn't paid. Blah, blah, blah. There was a lot of sketchy shit in this league. I'm not going to lie. But ultimately, I ended up walking away with $1,600 from League Safe. Everything was on the up and up. Commissioner, decided, not to use a lot of power and stuff. Like he was adding people's rosters and stuff because people weren't starting people and they were injured or they were on bye. So and I was like, whoa, man, what are you doing? Like, you got to do that both ways. And like, if I see anyone starting someone injured against you or we better, like, there was some weak shit that went on. I'm not gonna lie. It was some sketchy fucking weird shit. But nothing with the money. I mean, League Safe, as long as League Safe's involved, I trust League Safe. That's cool. But yeah, just to start out with that. Because some of y'all may be looking for more leagues and shit. And yeah, I decided to try it. And it was cool. I did 2 leagues. The other one wasn't sketchy at all. The other one was cool. This one was like a $200 buy-in though, and it's my most expensive buy-in on a Dynasty league. And yeah. So this is the starter draft. I'm pick 11. Wasn't a lot of pre-draft trades. I don't think there was really any, actually. You don't see any names by any of these names. So there was no pre-draft trades, which I like. I'm cool with that. But like I said, with the quarterback situation being what it was, I almost had to go quarterback 111. I still faded it a little bit because I knew I'd get Goff later on. I was like, oh yeah, I'm absolutely cool with Goff in this format. I'm absolutely cool with Geno Smith in this format. But I really wanted to go tight end. Wasn't sure how early I wanted to go tight end. The tight ends have a huge advantage. As you can see, 3 tight ends go in the 3rd round right there. And I'm like, well, fuck. Because I probably would have went tight end right there. Instead of Karen Williams in London at this 3-11-4-2 turn, I was probably going to go tight end with one of those picks. At that point, though, I was like, well, no, I don't think a tight end's worth it. This dude went Kincaid at 4-5, but I was like, nah. If you watched the other video, you would know that I had London and traded him. So I was okay going London. And I do value Gibbs higher, but I have Gibbs in the league too. I like Bijan. So I decided to diversify a little bit. Same thing with Barkley. Like I didn't want to go with the same dudes. Where did Barkley went right before? Yeah, I probably went Barkley instead of Karen Williams, honestly, right there. But Karen Williams is younger and, he eats. But he's actually looking at this. I mean, Worthy's my wide receiver too. But I know I could get some older dudes too, I guess. I go Hopkins a little later. I always want to try to compete, especially in a $200 buy-in. Like I'm not trying to spend $200 just to put it in someone else's pocket. But the way this draft fell in the scoring settings, I was like, man, I have no idea. And with big play games and stuff, I feel like Worthy was capable of like 40+ yard plays, of having those, outlier games, those best ball kind of games. But also I just wanted to get some young receivers, and I had missed out on if you saw the other video, I had like 10 picks in the 2024 draft. I ended up getting Worthy, Brian Thomas, Xavier Leggett, Troy Franklin. I don't know. I ended up having quite a bit of those. A lot of those dudes are gone. I mean, if Brian Thomas, I would have got probably instead of Evan Ingram, but he goes. And just like in the 2024 draft, I valued Worthy ahead of Brian Thomas. Yeah, so that was a mistake. Evans went kind of earlier than I expected. I was hoping to maybe go Brian Thomas and Evans at the 7-11-8-2 turn instead of going, Ingram and Coleman. The tight ends kind of started going off the board. So, I mean, I also felt like I had to make a move at tight end. I really wanted to get a solid one that felt like had a pretty high ceiling. And a high floor, and Ingram was it. I actually wasn't mad about getting Ingram. However, Ingram's season did not play out how I intended or hoped. And then I got Cole Kemet, who I also liked. But I was looking at Ben Sinnott. It's kind of mad that I missed out on Ben Sinnott. Hindsight is, I was really fucking ecstatic. But yeah, I probably would have went Ben Sinnott instead of Cole Kemet at that point. Went Jackson Williams again. I had him other league. Same thing, big play guy. Big. He can have those big games too, so he could build on the bonuses maybe. Went Geno just to knock out my third quarterback in this kind of scoring format. Quarterback I felt like was really important for Superflex. I pretty much Superflex quarterback every game this year. I mean, Burrow was damn near QB1 this year, so I fucking ate with Burrow. Goff was like QB5. I mean, those two definitely fucking killed it for me. Definitely did better than teams who went back-to-back quarterback in round 1 and 2, or even who went quarterback in round 3. And the reason I won is probably that fading quarterback and just knowing the quarterback to get. Jared Goff, once again, I don't know why people sleep on Jared Goff. He got a high ass floor with a high ceiling. But I appreciate it. I got Jared Goff, I think, in every single fucking league. Went Mostert. Thought he would have the same role he did in 2023. He did not. Had injury issues. Hopkins. Thought he'd be the number one target over there in Tennessee. And they ended up having quarterback issues with Levis and fucking Rudolph. And they don't know what the fuck's going on. And he just traded the Chiefs and just never really gets it going with the Chiefs, sadly. JT Sanders, UT fan. I like JT Sanders. Really kind of like this tight end class, too. Theo Johnson, not Theo Johnson went to Stanford and was a quarterback at Stanford, turned tight end for the Raiders. Actually thought it was his son, which is funny because they both are kind of light skinned and have the same kind of measurables and athleticism. Not related at all, though. This is Theo Johnson. I'm talking about. Well, I also ended up drafting a round or two later. Situation's good. Felt like he'd be the starting tight end. Also, back quarterbacks till he checked down. I talked about that in the last one when I went Bowers and the 2024 draft in that league. The back quarterback situation doesn't hurt a tight end as much as a wide receiver, in my opinion. Sometimes it helps a tight end because quarterbacks who are bad typically check down and don't challenge cornerbacks or really stretch the field deep because of zone and stuff. So they're more likely to hit mismatches or big targets and check down guys like tight ends or running backs. Decided to hammer out some young running backs here. So I estimate Carson Steele, Mike Corley, Grindo. I mean, just a lot of young guys. I love the 2024 draft. I wanted to get as many rookies as I could. And as you can see, with what I'm picking, I probably missed out on some. I mean, Ray Davis went ahead of estimate, which is kind of funny. Hubbard went after Mostert. Really wish I'd went Hubbard there. He went after Hopkins, actually. Sutton went right before. Really exciting. Sutton was someone I should have went. I look at this team, there's a lot of fucking picks that I really hate. A lot of dudes that I really regret. But ultimately, I liked where my head was at. And I mean, hell, I won a chip. So it wasn't that damn bad. And I was projected to be I had the third or second best team on KTC. Fantasy Pros on league rankings or a championship contention. I was first on one, I was third on another. My team was strong. And once again, I built kind of win now, win later. I mean, I got Worthy, I got Cam Coleman, I got Jameson Williams. Even Drake London's kind of young. As far as quarterbacks go, Burrow and Goff have plenty of years. Even though my running, Bijan and Karen are win now and win later kind of guys. Karen maybe less so with Blake Cornby in there, and maybe he loses his job. I don't know. Mostert obviously isn't, but I got him in the 12th round. Hopkins isn't, but that's 13th round. But then I go Sanders, I go Estimate, I go Johnson, Theo Johnson, I go Carson Steele, I go Malachi Corley, I go Grindo, I go Bigsby, Johnny Wilson, who I really liked. He's a freak. 6'6", 6'7", runs like a 4.4 or low 4.5. Runs every as fast as Mike Evans. Maybe doesn't have the quickness or agility of Mike Evans. Definitely doesn't have the hands. This motherfucker drops way too many balls. But, you could maybe move the tight end at some point. And He could be a beast tight end possibly, especially if he's in like in the slot or, flexed out, not inline tight end. But yeah, I just took a flyer on him. Hopefully he has a good year too. He had an awful year one. Mingo, same thing. It's Carolina. I was hoping maybe he'd have a good year too. He did not. He's awful. Shane Bell's awful. So let's go with the second part of this draft. Let's put my pretty face back up there. So I'm 111 again. So I'm like second to last on the right side. Go Justin Hill. Then I start knocking out kickers. There's kicker. Probably didn't need 3 kickers. I mean, there's not a lot of, Cedric Tillman, I guess, Jalen Coker. Not a lot of guys I missed in this range taking maybe Darius Slade. I ended up actually getting Darius Slade. I have Darius Slade in my team right now. He's signed with the Giants, which kind of sucks. I was excited about him possibly changing locations, but like maybe Valley. And Jennings, Juwan Jennings, actually, he was in the last round, the 7th pick. There's a couple dudes, but a lot of those dudes weren't even really on my radar, if I'm being honest. So I was like, fuck it, we'll go kicker. I mean, it was a huge taxi. So I was like, I'm going to put Cardi and Little on tax, and we get Gay for right now. But if Cardi and Little start showing up, then I can drop Gay. Gay didn't fucking do shit, and Cardi and Little, no, never really showed up either. I think I ended up dropping Cardi. And someone else picked him up, which really sucks. So now I have Little and Minehorn or whatever, the Alabama guy played for the Vikings. Anyways, Justice Hill, just in case Henry gets hurt. Flacco, Wilson, I just hit fucking backup quarterbacks because of the fucking scoring and the just maybe pop value with them. Now I have another rookie in Gould. And the second half of the startup really isn't great. I'm being honest, but it's just kind of filling in certain holes that maybe. All right, anyway. Anyways, here's the season standings. Barely made the playoffs, but I knew I was in the playoffs week 14. Actually, tank week 14. I'm going to show you that because I tried to dictate who I played. It also looked like the 5th seed was tanking. It looked like he was trying to lose and tank. And you see there's a 60-point gap at the end of the year, but there was only like a 30-point gap, I think, or 20-point gap at week 14. If I started my main lineup and won and ended up 16-12 like him, I probably would have had more points for it. I ended up being the 5th seed, and I didn't want that. I've done that in Yahoo Buy or Prize Leagues too. Dude got mad at me one time because I did it. I was like, that was more to keep someone out. They had the same record, and he was probably going to beat who he played. So I made it to where the dude I played could beat me, but that dude had more points for. So the other dude probably was not going to get points for. He was really counting on me beating him. I was like, nah. I'll let y'all just go at it. I mean, if you're meant to be, then you'll score more points. But, I mean, he's playing me. That's not really fair that you're playing someone who's not even trying and isn't even paying attention to the lineup. I mean, yeah, maybe it's not right that I'm throwing the game, but it's not right that you get that easy shoe in too. So I'm just going to make it even. And whoever's the most points for gets him. I mean, his team could still shit the bed. Someone can get injured, whatever. Anyways, I'm not talking about that league right now, but yeah, I look at that. I look at that for sure. I mean, you're trying to win money. You're trying to. I'm not gonna like let someone get into the playoffs when I'm out. I'm not gonna like do shit like that. I mean, on Dynasty, I'm gonna try to tank though if I'm out of the playoffs. So yeah, I guess I will. I mean, I don't know. It's whatever. Dynasty a little weird because you're gotta be self-interested. And some of them have trading throughout the playoffs. So, tanking doesn't even really, I don't know. It can change, I guess. You really don't know. But yeah, I knew who I wanted to play in week 14, and I wanted to be the 6th seed. I wanted to play the 3rd seed. So this is what I'm week 14. The 132 down there, he had 51 points. That dude was the lowest. But yeah, 132.5, he was the 5th seed. I went 140.6. So yeah, I guess I had like a 50-point lead on him on points for, right? Yeah, so yeah, I would have probably done with points for regardless. So I was like, yeah, I cannot do that. Sorry. So yeah, I'll do that game. Now let's go to 15 for the reason why I threw the game. I actually thought Hurts against Pittsburgh would be a tough matchup. I didn't think he'd get 43 points. Kind of against New England, I didn't think he'd get that much. So his team actually did a little bit better, but the 49ers were hurting. I think Purdy was out that game or something. I don't remember. I didn't expect much from his 49ers. K. Dot and you had fucking Evans and shit coming back. So I felt like Odden's production would get lower. Tracy against Baltimore, like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. And yeah, that's where I was at on that. I didn't think his team would do great. Especially compared to, you're not seeing the other teams. I mean, his team's fine. I don't have the score, but I think he ended up scoring like 180 points. I ended up scoring like 210 or something. I don't remember. Goff, definitely. I mean, 74 points, so that'll do it for you. Timmy didn't show the fuck up, really. Hopkins did not show the. I don't think Hopkins started for me ever again after this game. Everyone else kind of just. You see a lot of red. They didn't really get their projections, but you see a lot of red in his too. But the one guy who did get his projections and completely excel was Jared Goff. I mean, he basically won it for me right there. But yeah. The QBs, with all this, they're like, you see Burrow is projected 42, Hurts is projected 38. So 43 is a lot, but he only got like 4 points over projection. That was projected 34. Daniels was projected 38. So, I mean, Daniels barely went over projection. So basically, his team, other than Connor, really didn't do great in comparison to what they were projected. So I beat this dude. So now we're in week 16. I'm in the second round, the first round buys. It's a reseed, so I was trying to avoid the first seed too. I didn't know it was a reseed. So I ended up playing, I would have rather played the 2 seed. Yeah, whatever. So this dude already has a better team, but he's trying to buy a chip now. So he does these 3 trades. Yeah, you can sell 3. 2 on December 17th, like minutes apart, and then 1 December 20th. So he ends up getting Derrick Henry for David Montgomery. I was so mad about that trade. I was like, that's not fair at all. I know Henry's old and shit. It's like, and running back years are basically the same age. I mean, Montgomery career could end before Henry's. I mean, he could fall off before Henry, the way Henry's going. And also with Gibbs being there, and he actually gets injured too. So it's like, whatever. And then he ends up getting hurt. I ended up having to play Hurts 2 weeks in a row. And you're also supposed to pay in advance to trade first round picks. He trades 2 first round picks and didn't pay the fucking $200 buy-in for 2025 or 2026 either. So that was really fucking lame. I could have been trading my picks if I wanted to. But whatever. That's where the shady shit was kind of too. And some of that shit. And he was a friend. I think this dude, the dude with the Chiefs, this dude with this weird little goatee thing, and I don't know, like 1 or 2 other dudes were friends or whatever. So that's where I was kind of like, man, there is some kind of collusion or something. It's fucking bullshit. Ball doesn't lie. Fuck him. He also goes and gets Kelsey for Gesicki, Goddard, and a 5th round pick. Honestly, I wasn't too worried about any of those though. Truthfully, I was like, all right, other than maybe it hurts because Prescott being injured. He goes like, fuck, this Prescott. But yeah, he traded the first 2. That's what really irked me. It's like, I mean, he traded a 5th in 2025, so you still have to pay $200 for that. So you're not allowed to trade any picks, but I'm not going to fucking, a 5th is like, fine. You're not going to fucking like quit a league because you lost a 5th round pick. But those first, especially 2 years worth, like, god damn, dog, come on. That's weak as fuck. Whatever. He still hasn't paid, by the way. Still hasn't fucking paid. So, yeah, some of those leagues are fucking shady as fuck. Let me get rid of my face cam. So this is what happened in week 16. Hurts actually gets injured. This motherfucker had Barkley, Gibbs, and Henry, by the way. He started Stafford too. You can see a super flex on the other side, or to the right. Stafford had an awful game. Kelsey against Houston wasn't thinking he would have a big game, really. Cup against the Jets, I didn't think they would have a great game. You never know with the Lions. On Ross, capable of having a good game. Gibbs kind of went hard. Barkley, same thing. He's capable of going hard. But against Washington, I felt like that was a tough matchup for him. If he was ever not going to go hard, that'd be the one. Same thing with Pittsburgh, but Henry did have a good game and we hit the fuck out of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh typically plays the Ravens pretty good. Didn't happen this game. But once again, Goff saves me a little bit. Gets 10 over projected. Bijan, Cam Williams, they get over projected. James Williams, had a great game. Worthy, good game. Fucking Strange didn't do shit. Bigsby didn't do shit. Goff a little under projected. But yeah, had he started Russell Wilson and Cooper Rush, he would have beat me. That's just some of the funny things about Superflex, too. I mean, Hurts typically is a solid quarterback. Stafford, you could have went back and forth on Russell Wilson or Cooper Rush. Jets is not a good matchup, really, in all honesty. Of course, Baltimore's not a good matchup, and Cooper Rush against Tampa Bay, but it's Cooper Rush. He fucking sucks. Anywho, I had Geno Smith on my bench, too. All three of my quarterbacks scored more than his quarterbacks. Spencer Rattler scored more than Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts getting injured ultimately won it for me. That's super fun. I think I won by like 20, 25. So that's super fucking tight. So this is why it's dangerous to go try to buy a championship, because you can't guarantee it. Nothing's guaranteed. But that's what he fucking gets for not paying the 2 years in advance for trading those fucking picks, and eat a fucking dick. Sorry, I'm not sorry. Not sorry at all, actually. So, this is the actual playoffs. That's the highest score. Every week, I guess, except for week 15, that dude scored 210. That dude on the bye, the second seed, scored 233. He actually scored more than the first seed. I was nervous by the first seed. I don't think he did those trades for me. Something like he was scared of me, but he fucking should have been. Scored the most in week 16, and obviously scored the most in week 17. Took the fucking chip home pretty fucking easily. 60 fucking points. Get the fuck out of here. Or 70 points. I don't know. It just fucking killed him. Scored over 200 all 3 weeks. My team just really started fucking going hard. Did fucking game busters. So yeah, it was cool. 1,600 or whatever. 1,400. So this is it. At least just so you league safe that it paid me. League safe's pretty cool. Make it where it's league vote, not commissioner, for the payout, because the commissioner could probably fuck you. Ours was league vote. You just need 6 votes, I think, or 7 votes to make the payout happen. So there was a dude that still hadn't paid technically. And I still got my 1,600. So I don't know how that works. I don't know where the other 200 came from, but whatever. It didn't affect me any. So that's cool. Because I had won though, I had offered to take the 200 out of mine, and that would cover my buy-in for the next year. Because usually when I'm in leagues that, pay me other ways, I'll tell them to keep the buy-in. but through League Save I couldn't say that. So I was like, you know, you can just take the 200 out of mine, pay it to second or third place, so they get their money. Because I'm getting, you know, 1,100 or 1,200, even, you know, less than the 200. Second place I think got like 600 or something. Third place basically got their money back. So just so that they got more money or something more meaningful, I was like, you know, you can just pay them my 200. You can get the 200 from the guy that hasn't paid yet, whenever, and that can cover my buy-in for next year. He can pay my buy-in next year. This is my end of season roster. Get to taxi. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 taxis. It's fucking crazy. So many fucking taxi. And we have 6 rounds in the draft. Now it is 3 years, so a lot of these dudes can stay on tax, like Johnny Wilson, Devontae, Tez Walker, Corley. Like, if I'm not seeing anything, I can just leave them there. I got 6 picks. See, some of those are obviously gonna take that. As far as like droppable dudes, Chark's gone. Brooks maybe's gone. Bonnie Condo's probably gone. Possibly. I mean, I'm still holding out hope. He's still really young. He's gonna be like 22 next year. With no miles on his legs, still really fast. He might have a monster type career. I don't know. I'm still holding out hope, but we'll see. Strange is now a starting tight end, unless they draft one. That's cool because he did good in Ingram's absence. My tight end position actually got stronger probably because Ingram and Strange now are starting tight ends. Cole Kmet has been Johnson, so that's tight. And Cole Kmet, if you look at some of his like next gen stats or analytics, he has the highest catch percentage. I mean, he catches the highest majority of his targets, and it's been like that the last 2 years, 2023 and 2024. His ADOT, his other stuff, it's decent, or it's comparable to other people. All he needs is just more targets, really, is where I'm at. He's pretty athletic. Yeah, he's capable of so much more if they just fucking use him. I'm really hoping that happens with Ben Johnson. I think Ingram, didn't he go to the fucking Broncos? I don't know. I'm not going to like get caught up on that. Theo Johnson will come back healthy. We'll see what his situation looks like and who the quarterback is over there. But Parker Washington, maybe. He's over there in my taxi. Maybe he ends up getting a bigger role with no Christian Kirk. And who knows what's going to happen with Gabe Davis. Then probably will draft someone, though, too. Oh, wait, you don't have 15. My bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have 10. I double counted, so I forgot that I got some of the guys twice on the right side. I've had Corley, Tez Walker, Johnny Wilson, all the way to just Cam Little. They're down the left picture too. Oh, my bad. 10 taxis. About 15 something like a lot. I was like, 15. Yeah. We got Bigsby. We got Grindo. I got a first round draft pick and second round draft pick. I'd probably go running back. I am weak at running back, I think. Although I'm also number 1 at running back. I'm number 1 at quarterback, I think. Honestly, number 2 on running back, I think. They got me 12 at wide receiver. Which I think is a little rude. I mean, London, Jameson Williams, Worthy. I like Darius Slayton. I think I did drop. Did I drop Bourne? I don't know. We'll see what happens with Booty. Keon Coleman. I have some young guys that can still pop. Not great at wide receiver. I'm not gonna lie. But I guess I could be last. But I'm also okay with my wide receiver situation. It definitely needs to improve. we'll see what's available at so I got 112. So I don't know what the fuck's gonna be available. Wide receiver probably will be the pick, but I don't know if I'll feel real confident. But yeah, those team won. A decent payday. And still a little early. I'm not sure what I'm doing with this team going forward. Need to strengthen a wide receiver for sure. But that's the league winner right there. So it's a startup to champion right there in 1 year. Matter of shit, I mean, drafted in August, so that in 4 or 5 months, draft, chip, boom. Through all the guy trying to buy a fucking championship, breaking the rules. I mean, trading was open, but paid the 200. I think it's a little pussy, but I'm so glad it didn't work out for him. So glad it didn't work out. By the way, did he get fucking third? Did not incorporate the third place game. I think he did get third. So he still won some money. But yeah. Fuck him! Because we're the Dynasty deity, dog. We're the Dynasty deity. Alright? You got smited, homie. You got fucking smited with my power. God's will. Anyways, like and subscribe. If you want to learn how to win leagues, if you want to be a champion, if you want to be a fucking Dynasty deity, come on down. Watch the content. Take notes. Learn. Make money. Have fun. So that's what's going to happen if you keep fucking with us. All right. Peace out.